Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Dylan J, aka The Humid Hiker, and I'm here to say that I hope you prayed, and I hope you had and are still having a wonderful day. Guys, we are going to get straight into it. I don't even need to update you on what's going on in the outside world because you see it, and there is light being shed on lies and deceit and corruption. The Shadow Collective is cracking for the first time, I think, since the beginning. And I feel it. I feel it. It's a looming, damp, just heavy feeling. All dramatics aside, I know you feel it too. If you're on that level, if you're on that sober mind, if you're on that path of reflection and redemption, because I am, I know that this situation looks to be a little bit on the damper side, but it's not. The path that I'm on is the right one, and I know it is because I have let it go. All of it. This light, even though on the box it said this light won't break, it won't bust, the bulb won't go out. But it will. It will. Because everything has a time limit, even though time is relative. Even though time is a human construct. Everything has a beginning form and an end form. But right now, as I look into this camera, in my present, which will soon be my past, which your present, looking at me from my camera lens, through your screen, into your eyes, conversating with your soul. That's the foundation that I always try to build when I make these videos. Because I want you to know that this isn't just a ghost talking to you. This isn't just a diary entry or a vlog. These are conversations that I'm having with you. Up here. In here. I want you to feel it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to hear my voice. I want you to know that I'm there with you, shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye, chest to chest, back to back. Doesn't matter. I'm there. I'm here. I am here with you, as God is here with all of us. You gotta understand something. There's a term called Christ consciousness. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that kind of just dismiss that. But it's real. And I will tell you firsthand, and you've heard it time and time again. You need to let go of all of it. Everything. Negative, positive, all of it. You have to let go of your earthly tethers. That is a quote from Legend of Korra, by the way. Huge influence in my life. I do not care about your opinion because no one cares about mine. It is weightless in my timeline. Of course, I'm still gonna have that human nature about me that will opinionate things, but I tend to catch myself more often now. I'm cursing less. I'm becoming disinterested in certain vices that I used to have. Coming up next month, I'll be 6 months sober from alcohol. And I can show you pictures I looked at him today. My face, how swollen it was, how bloated I looked. Being this inflation of physical ego within myself, this liquid courage that was turning me into this, dare I say, abstract version of me. This unhinged, undisciplined version of me. I'm on Goggins mode now. And Mr. Goggins, David Goggins, sir, I understand that you're a huge influence on a lot of people. I understand the man that you are, but do I? One day I hope to meet you. Gosh, I hope to meet you. Because you are one of the most influential people that I've ever come across on this tiny little screen. You got me into this mode that can't be stopped. I want to tell you a story to all of you that happened just yesterday. And I know that I'm on the right path because it was validated, even though I didn't even know I needed it. Because I didn't really. But I believe that the people who communicated with me that day, it was God. He talks to us through us. He talks to us through the wind and the trees and the stars and the birds and the animals, the grass, the bystanders and the fleeting faces. But he came to me. It came to me, whatever you want to call it. The Christ consciousness, the vibration, the spiritual communication. I wanted to quit my job the other day, guys, because this past week has been a lifetime for me. But it's because it was a metamorphosis, an evolution, a new me, a chrysalis being cracked. And I was so worn out. I was so tired and frustrated, and I had to go in an hour early. And I tried to keep a positive attitude. I tried on my own to give myself motivation. It wasn't working. And the program that I'm in, the institution that I'm a part of, not a mental institution, not jail, I'm not in prison, I'm still paying my bills, still making savings work, learning how to budget, taking finance classes, learning how to not be codependent on others, learning how to be self-reliant and self-respected within myself. But in that moment, before this version of me came into fruition, I wanted to quit my job because in that moment, taking big, heavy pieces of cardboard and feeding it into a machine, not being grateful in that moment that it's building character, that it's building morale, that it's creating a very impregnable intestinal fortitude within myself. Not a wall, but a shield. You want to see what my sword looks like? You want to see what my sword and my shield look like? This is my sword. This is how I defeat my enemies. This is how I win and triumph in my timeline, in my universe. When I have this, I am fearless. In my own way. And it has to be this pen. precise. It has to be this pen. Been using it for years, decades even. I'd steal them from my mom because she'd get them from work. I love this pen. It fits in my hand. It contours to every single wrinkle and scar, bump, bone, tendon, every particle of skin. And I write and I write and I write and I write until I cannot feel my hand anymore. When I start getting pain running up my arm, into my neck, going down my spine into my sciatic nerve, going down into my feet, cramping my toes. It's a physical, full body workout when I write. Because I'm going to battle. Not just with my own demons, but within reflection, I'm taking all of you on too. I don't need to physically harm anyone, nor do I need to verbally abuse them and belittle them and knock them down lower than me spiritually, because that is not what we are here to do. We are here to bolster and augment and reinforce one another, to help each other achieve that level of Christ consciousness within our soul, that our soul is resonating to be. But in order to have a sword, in order to learn the martial art of self-defense within the spirit and the mind, you also need a shield to protect you while this hand is busy. This is my shield. My faith in the Lord is my shield. And He has granted me the ability and the cognitive understanding. The right muscles, the right tendons are conditioned to fight on those pages. To learn, to listen, to execute, to experience, to perceive, to be here in the moment, in the present, the gift that God has given us. That is why we call it the present. It is a gift, so you must be grateful. It is a gift, so you must show gratitude, because you get what you give. The law of attraction is real. Manifestation is real. Within the confines of Christ consciousness, it is real, because that is what prayer is. That is what faith is. That is true manifestation. You're wondering why right now, and you're about to click off this video. Well, I've done the manifestation thing. I've done the attitude of gratitude. No, you did not. And I will tell you because I know. I know because I did it. False attitude of gratitude is nothing more than a door-to-door salesman giving out false profit. I don't understand. And I'm not meant to right now, and that's okay. But you gotta learn to let it go, guys. There's a line that constantly repeats in my head now. And it's, a man who blames others has yet to start his journey. A man who blames himself is only halfway. And a man who blames no one has already arrived. I've arrived. And I am here. I am here. In my gift. In my gratitude. In my present. And I want to give you a gift. Your present, which is now my past, your future, looking through you, looking through me. Camera lens to screen, to eyes, to soul. These past 10 years, I've been reflecting on a lot. And in this metamorphosis that I've gone through, I believe that this was the true one. I believe that there is no going back this time. There is no million that-a-boys and one all crap to mess it up. The vices, I have no desire for them anymore. Next month will be 6 months sober from alcohol. Soon it'll be marijuana as well. I quit that too. I was using it recreationally. Yes, I know. And those who can sit here and try to place blame upon me, you can use this. Do what you need to do. Sharpen your sword too. Because I'm ready. I'm willing and I'm able. And if you're Cain, you're not getting me from behind. You will not take me out. Because I have God behind me. You have to get through him before you get to me. And even then, if you even get close, all I still want to do, no matter if you are my enemy or not, because you are not an enemy to me, I just want to give you a hug. I want to let you know that you're forgiven. I want to let you know that I do not place blame on you anymore. That I have let go of my earthly tethers, material, emotional. You have to understand that if this building were to come crashing down upon me right now, I'm satisfied with even just this week. With what has happened and that I have experienced as the beautiful human being that I am. This lifetime, this wonderful evolution. I could go right now, and I know I'm saved. I know I was loved. I know that I will still be loved. But I do not want to be missed. Because I'm not gone. I'm not a ghost. Because time in the physical form does not exist. If having that concept within yourself is another form of brainwashing, just like how everything else is. Everything is brainwashing right now. Everything is untrustworthy. Everything is unbelievable. And it's what they want. And I'm not going to go down some political rabbit hole or some religious fanatic tangent. I am just talking to you as a human being to another human being, a soul that was gifted to us by God, to another soul that was gifted to us by God. A piece of him resides in all things, which means you and I are brother and sister, friend and cousin, mother and father, grandparents, aunts, uncles, bystanders, a person that you just walk by and wave. And in these moments, in these times, within these trials and tribulations that we're all going through, please understand that I'm not a sham anymore. There is no mask. I got told some pretty hurtful things today by my girlfriend, and it was it was on the local community page here in our area. And in my desperate time, I reached out for help on that community to some very nice women, and they most likely will watch this video. Cherokee, if you're watching, I can't remember everybody else's name right now, but those that I reached out to, and they gave me knowledge. Knowledge is more valuable to me than anything now. I will trade things that I physically own now for knowledge, because learning is the most valuable asset to the human brain. It is the reason why it exists, because it is to help us learn. Do you even understand why we were created? No matter if you believe in the Anunnaki or this and that and the fourth, it doesn't matter what kind of conspiracy or level of faith that you put yourself onto, that basket that you place yourself into. Why sit here and confine yourself to one secular way of thinking? I don't believe that the Bible is just the Bible. I don't believe that it's just the big book and it's a rules and guides and stories and there's life in this. And I cannot believe that I used to disrespect it, belittle it, condescend it, disregard it. It really is true when they say that the hardest step is acceptance. Like really truly understanding and letting go. Just, okay, you know what? I can't do this by myself. And being able to admit that, being able to understand that within yourself, that you can't do it by yourself. You can physically. Have that Goggins mentality. Carry the boat. Carry that cross up the hill. Lace up those boots. Be the most physically capable version of yourself. Because the lower your vibration gets, the more sedentary you become, the more obese and the more overweight, the more depressed. And then when you're gone, and now you're missed, and now people blame, and now people hurt, and the cycle continues. I want to move on to another one of my role models, Mr. Ryan Holiday. If you ever in your lifetime, in your timeline, if you ever come across me or my page, my channel, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Do I strive for that? No. Do I strive for notoriety in itself? No. Am I an apostle or a preacher? Am I a pastor? No. Am I a disciple? No. I am Dylan J. Allen, the son of God, son of J.J. Allen and Edna Rodriguez, father of a beautiful little girl. With the bad decisions and the bad choices that I made within my life because I was too selfish to see, I lost it. I lost her because of me. No one else is to blame. And neither am I, because this is the path that God has intended for me. Everything that has happened in my life has brought me right here to this moment, talking to you in our gift called the present. Ryan Holiday is one of the if not, in my opinion, one of the poster childs for New Age Stoicism. Young man, wise beyond his years, because he read and researched and learned and listened and executed and evolved into grateful, respected, revered, a man that is easy to listen to, a man that you want to listen to. My physical role model is David Goggins. Right now, I can't run for days. But if there was a situation that arose that I had to, I would. Ryan helps me with my mental. He helps me take the weight off of things. And all they are versions of me. Different alternate realities of me. Different points of views of myself. I am them, and they are me, and we are sons and children of God. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't need to update you on anything that's going on in the world because you already see it. I feel it. And now that we feel it and we recognize it, we need to let it go. We need to stop. Stop with the low vibration stuff, guys. Because we are getting to the apex. And I, with my other role model, the man that my moral role model, Desmond Doss, go check him out. He's in one of my videos. That quote will always be branded on my soul. That while the world is so hell-bent on tearing itself apart, I just want to put a little of it back together. Just a little bit. Because in my timeline, and the amount of time that my physical body can withstand, I will try to influence and ignite a spark in the dormancy of your soul. Because that is what God has asked me to do. That is what He has demanded of me. I'm not a radical. I'm not some religious fanatic that has made the Bible my security blanket to have free accommodations. No, this is not a label. This is not a big neon sign saying, hey, look at me. I'm one with the Lord. I'm preaching the good word. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to help heal. When I got told today that on that community page that I was a scam, that I'm just some homeless panhandler trying to manipulate people into taking advantage of them, have your opinion, because your opinion has no weight on me. It doesn't. We have to stop. And we really have to start understanding one another, holding each other. I don't just pat people anymore when I give them hugs, that awkward pat. No. even when I feel them wanting to let go. It's not a separation anxiety thing. It's not a longing for my girlfriend in this time of physical separation because of our timelines physically have diverged. Can we still see each other? Yes. Can we still go on dates? Yes. Can we still do this? People live separately all the time. And it's okay. It's warranted and it's needed. And I like it. I like my solitude in this moment. And if you need to reach solitude in your life and you need to be alone and commune with God, then do so. And don't let anybody stop you, not even yourself. I'll do it tomorrow. 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 And then you're dead. You kept throwing that tomorrow farther and farther away, and the more you threw it away, the farther it went, the more and more it faded over the horizon. And now you're lost. I was lost, but I've been found. God found me. He never lost me. I lost him. I lost the real me somewhere along the way. But I'm back. I've missed a lot. So now it's time to catch up. It's time to lace those boots, grab that cross, walk up that hill, and who gives a damn who's watching? Succeed in silence. Reinforce other people's morale. Help save these children. The fact that there are children out there killing themselves. The fact that there are even children out there contemplating it. It hurts my heart. Kids should be full of wonder and excitement and love. Unconditional love. Love that is unbounded. A human being. A little soul. Just trying to make its way in the world, and we're supposed to nurture it and hold them, teach them, bolster them, augment them, reinforce them, make them strong to where they can pick up their sword and their shield and fight alongside God just as it is intended. To live alongside God with a good mind, with a healthy body, with a virtuous soul. There's a lot of us out there. A lot of us out there that are stuck in the darkness. There's gotta be a light somewhere. It can't always be night. And I'm not just throwing fortune cookie phrases at you. These are things that have been repeated to you over and over again, messages that have been relayed to you through spirit, through in dreams, in situations, through friends and people on their deathbeds, through eulogies and songs, through passages in books, cracks in the wall and the paint, creaks in the wood, snaps of branches and twigs in the wind, the rustling of leaves on the sidewalk. It's God. Christ consciousness is always asking for your hand, and you always pull it away. When you feel that right path pulling you, And it makes you feel uncomfortable and awkward because you're so used to the chaos and the negativity that you're addicted to it now. Becoming sober from negativity, becoming sober from alcohol, becoming sober from vices, becoming sober just being. We're supposed to be here and experience and love above all else. Love fiercely. All of us, one another, but also being able to have the ability to let it go. Because you know why I say let it go? Because when we're physically done here, when we all go back into the Christ consciousness vibration, when we go into the entropy of the universe, when we reach heaven, there's no reason to miss you. There's no reason to have longing. There's no reason for any of it. There's no reason for sorrow. Because it's just weight. I can think of you and feel you. I can think of you and hold you. I can think of you and hear your voice. I can think of you and be wherever you are. I can think of you and feel love. And I hope you receive and feel mine, because I feel yours even though you don't want to give it. It's not yours to give. It's for me to earn, and it's for God to give. We need to stop with the bullying, with the strife, and this constant you know you know you. Blame, 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 blame. Push off, push off, push off. Disregard, disregard, disregard. Throw away, throw away, throw away. When it should be the other way around. This face that you see right now is not depressed. It's not sad. It's not angry. It's not frustrated. This is a face that no longer has anxiety, that no longer fears, that no longer holds hate, that no longer puts weight on opinions. This is a face that God gave me, and I've abused it with the devil's word and the devil's intentions. And now that that can no longer influence me, can no longer have power over me because I have let it go. You do not have dominion over this body, this temple, my church. Because when I have my sword and my shield, I don't need anything else. I don't need any other influences. Because if it's God's will, then He will give it to me. I'm becoming disinterested in music that I loved. I no longer have a desire to even curse or judge or say any ill will towards anyone, no matter what it is. I don't even like making fun of people anymore or joking around in that way, because that's not what God has intended for me. I am a kind soul. I just strayed off of my path very far. But it's taken 10 years of failing and going through all of this to be here. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone and everything and every situation that has happened. Was some of it super dark? Yeah. Was some of it filled with the most vile version of hate? Yes. Was some of it? No. Even in that moment, I can look at memories and flashbacks and still know that it all led me here, in this moment, with you, right now. Stop letting things interfere with the frequency of God. Stop holding on to things that God wants you to let go, and not let go and forget, not let go and discard, not to let go and forget and just brush it off. It's not what I'm saying. When I say let go, I'm saying let go of that ball and chain. I'm saying I no longer have a desire to even curse or judge or say any ill will towards anyone, no matter what it is. I don't even like making fun of people anymore or joking around in that way, because that's not what God has intended for me. I am a kind soul. I just strayed off of my path very far, but it's led me to this moment, right here, right now, with you, speaking about my experiences. And we will go more in depth as the years go by. But it starts with you making that definitive decision on whether or not you're willing and able to forgive and to let go and to have faith in the divine consciousness, Christ consciousness, God. We need to pray more than ever right now, not just for ourselves, but for others, for our families, for our brothers and sisters and everybody in between. And this is where my little pebble in the pond of the human existence will make its ripples. And some people will surf those waves. Some people will stay on the shoreline. But I will reach you. I will find your spirit. I will help you and guide you, because that is what God has intended for me. I'm going to do it through my writing. I'm going to do it through my channels. And I'm going to do it by learning and listening and executing every day. So with that, really sit down and break yourself down to foundation. Even break the foundation if you have to, and start from scratch. Find a new plot. You have to. You need to. It's required of you. You are obligated to be the most perfect version of you. The most potent, the most powerful, the most warranted, wanted, and needed version of you. Because that's what He intended. That's what the Lord has intended for all of us. So stop being stubborn. Stop letting that demon whisper in your ear, distracting you and muffling out God's word, because I know you can hear it. You just don't want to listen. And again, my role models. Look them up if you don't know who I'm talking about. Start with Desmond. Then move on to Ryan. And then get to Goggins. Mr. David. Also, this is another shout out. None of these guys are sponsors, by the way. None of these guys I know personally, of course. But with musical influence as well. Look up Dax. I know you know him. Look up Tom McDonald. I know you love to hate him. Listen to the gospel. Read the Bible. Go to church. Put your feet on the ground. Feel the grass. Feel the earth. Because she needs you. She needs all of us. We're about this close. This close to the apex. This is make or break. Are you on the side of the light? Or are you on the side of the dark? Because even if you are on the side of evil, and even if you do plunge your sword into my heart, just know that that's just a physical one that goes back into the dirt from where it was created. My physical form can be destroyed. But me, I will live forever. My soul, I will make my soul so powerful within my faith and within my learning and in my teaching one day. I will become the greatest version of me. And that is the timeline that I want. It's the timeline that the world needs. And I'm ready. I've taken my first step. I've taken it. I've jumped my leap of faith. Now it's your turn. It's your turn. Because I don't want it to be too late for you. I don't want you to go on into the next worlds with regret. Because you'll just end up back here. Repeating the timeline. Doing it over. Until you let go. Good night. Sleep well. Sleep deep. And sleep hard. And dream beautiful dreams. I love you. All of you. I love my family. Even though we don't see eye to eye. Even though we have our baggage. I love my new family. Mandy. And her children. And above all, I love my baby girl. And I will see you again one day. Daddy's just got to get right. Daddy's sober now. Daddy's head's on straight. Daddy's strong. And Daddy will protect you. I will protect all of the children that are in my life. Tracy's children. Thomas and John. and Jordan, Mr. Jason, Sister Jacqueline and Jared, Pastor Alice, those of the new church that I go to with the institution. I'm taking classes for finance and codependency and self-love, relationship. My faith and my loyalty to the Lord is stronger than ever. And no one will take that from me. No radical, no evil, no demon, no devil. This is the version that God wants you to be. And I'm just in the training phase. I just got out of orientation, and soon I'm going to start my first semester in spirit. And I will pass those tests. I will study hard. I will be on time. And I will do it with my head held high, with my cross on my shoulder, and I will walk up that hill. And I'll do it, whether you're watching or not. I will do it, criticism or not. And you should too. Till next time, it's been Dylan J, the Human Hiker. See you again. We're already there. We just gotta physically catch up. Good night. And once more, sleep deep, sleep long, sleep hard. Love and forgive. Let go and breathe. It all starts with a breath.